Ooh, good question, Adnan. I love this one. Why people fear criticism. There's a bunch of overlapping reasons, and they're both emotional and practical. Here's a short, friendly breakdown you can use in a talk or just to understand people better. 1. Identity and self-worth feel threatened. Criticism can feel like an attack on who we are, not just what we did. People tie actions or work to their value. So negative feedback feels like I'm bad, not this needs improvement. 2. Fear of rejection and social consequences. Humans are social animals. Criticism can signal exclusion, loss of status, or damaged relationships. We worry others will think less of us or stop supporting us. 3. Past experiences and conditioning. Repeated harsh feedback, especially in childhood or early career, teaches people to expect criticism to be personal, punitive, or unfair. That anticipation breeds fear. 4. Uncertainty and loss of control. Criticism creates doubt. Am I competent? Did I make a mistake? Uncertainty is uncomfortable, and the unknown consequences make people anxious. 5. Perfectionism and high standards. If someone demands flawless in themselves, criticism confirms they failed to meet their own bar. That stings more than for someone who accepts mistakes. 6. Lack of clear, constructive feedback skills. Vague or hostile criticism, e.g., "This is terrible," feels attacking. People fear feedback more when it's not actionable or kind. Constructive criticism, that's specific and respectful, is easier to accept. 7. Shame and vulnerability. Receiving critique forces vulnerability, admitting we're not perfect. Shame is a powerful emotion, and people often avoid situations that trigger it. 8. Career and practical risks. In workplaces, criticism can feel like a threat to promotion, reputation, or job security. Those practical stakes raise fear. Quick examples you can use in a talk. Student hears only, "This is wrong" from a teacher versus "Good start. Try X to improve." The first triggers fear. The second invites learning. A designer gets harsh public comments on their portfolio. They may avoid sharing work again to dodge humiliation. An employee receives vague negative feedback in a review about being fired, so they fear future critique. How to reduce the fear? Short tips. Frame feedback as growth. Feedback equals data, not judgment. Make criticism specific and actionable. Separate person from performance. You did X versus you are X. Normalize mistakes. Share your own failures first. Teach emotional safety. Ask permission before giving tough feedback. Build resilience through small, regular feedback loops. Want to turn this into a slide or a short script for your talk? I can draft a 60-90-second bit or 3 slides with speaker notes. Also, are you leaning more toward workplace, education, or personal relationships for examples?
What can criticism help you improve?
Nice follow-up, Adnan. Love the curiosity. Criticism, when given well, is pure gold for growth. Here's a friendly, useful list you can use in your talk or as talking points, with quick examples and a one-line takeaway for each. 1. Skills and performance. What it improves: concrete abilities, coding, public speaking, design, writing. Example: a reviewer points out unclear variable names. You write cleaner code next time. Takeaway: specific feedback sharpens competence. 2. Decision-making and judgment. What it improves: choices, prioritization, risk assessment. Example: a mentor notes you chose a short-term fix over a sustainable solution. You consider long-term trade-offs next time. Takeaway: critique exposes blind spots in reasoning. 3. Problem-solving approach. What it improves: methods, frameworks, and creativity. Example: feedback suggests trying a different framework or breaking problems into smaller parts. Takeaway: criticism expands your toolkit. 4. Communication and influence. Proves: clarity, tone, persuasion, listening. Example: someone says your presentation lacked a clear call to action. You add one and get better engagement. Takeaway: Feedback helps you connect with others more effectively. 5. Emotional intelligence and self-awareness. What it improves: recognizing triggers, managing reactions, empathy. Example, you learn that defensive responses shut down conversations, so you practice pausing before replying. Takeaway, critique helps you understand how you come across. 6. Teamwork and collaboration. What it improves: cooperation, reliability, role clarity. Example, a teammate points out you didn't share progress. You begin more frequent updates. Takeaway, feedback strengthens relationships and trust. 7. Processes and systems. What it improves: workflow, documentation, quality control. Example, QA finds recurring bugs. You set up tests and improve processes. Takeaway, criticism reveals system failures, not just individual errors. 8. Habits and productivity. What it improves: time management, focus, consistency. Example, feedback that deadlines are missed leads you to redesign your schedule or chunk work differently. Takeaway, feedback highlights habits to tweak. 9. Reputation and credibility. What it improves: trust, professionalism, reliability. Example, constructive feedback about professionalism helps you present more
Assalamu alaikum, Farooq sahab.
confidently and